Welcome back. This is Akharat's Creator Lab. If you are a podcaster and looking to choose the right platform to host your show, you have probably come across two major platforms, Spotify and Buzzsprout. But which one is the best for podcasting needs? In this video, I will break down the pros and cons of both platforms with a simple, clear comparison to help you decide. I divided the video into two small parts. In the first part, I will demonstrate with a mind map, and in the second part, I will share an example. Let's dive in my computer screen. I made this mind map to help you understanding well. Let's take a quick brief on it. Feature audience reach is Spotify. Over 500 million monthly listeners. Buzzsprout, limited to podcast directories. Monetization is Spotify. Ads through Spotify Ads Studio. Buzzsprout's ads program. Ease of use is Spotify. Easy for listeners, less control for host. Buzzsprout, very user-friendly for podcaster. Analytics. Basic metrics pays subscribers. Buzzsprout Analytics, detail stats, downloads, trend, etc. Cost is Spotify. Free for listeners, paid via Anchor for host. Cost Buzzsprout. Tiered pricing plan for podcast hosting. Podcast directory integration is Spotify. Exclusive to Spotify. Buzzsprout distribute to major directories Apple, Google, Spotify, etc. Additional tools is Spotify, podcast subscription and listeners feedback. Buzzsprout, custom website, dynamic content, insertion and chapter markers. Let's take an example of two podcasters, Sarah and John. Sarah is an indie podcaster who focuses on a small niche true crime stories. She wants to focus more on growing her audience across different platforms. Buzzsprout works best for Sarah because it distributes her podcast to all major platforms including Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and yes, even Spotify. Buzzsprout details analytics help her understand which episodes are performing well, and the dynamic content insertion allows her to include relevant ads in her episodes without too much hassle. On the other hand, John is a musician who already has a large following on Spotify. He just started a music history podcast and wants his audience to find all his content in one place. Spotify is the perfect choice for him as it allows his listeners to switch easily between his podcast and music. And Spotify's subscription option let him monetize his content directly from within the platform. So which one is better? Well, it's really depend on your goal. Both have their strength and ultimately, your decision should be based on what fits on your podcast goal and personal need as a podcaster. Now, which podcast platform will you choose? Let me know in the comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more podcasting tips and tricks. Until next, keep creating. Bye bye.